I'm originally from Loudonville, so I started, my dad was a volunteer firefighter in Loudonville, and I just kind of always hung around with him. I mean, this is, the epitome of a little kid that's always wanted to be a fireman, and, now I am type thing. I got on the fire department in Loudonville, took some tests for other positions. Was lucky enough to land a position here in Ashland. Our hierarchy here goes the next step after firefighter paramedic is captain. I was successful to being promoted to captain, and then to assistant chief, and then eventually in 2010 to fire chief. I get up, actually I'm an early riser, so I'm up very early. Get in here, the guys, we work a 24-hour shift. We, meaning the guys do, I do not. I'm 5 days a week. We change shifts at 6:30 in the morning, and they'll work 24 hours, and then they'll get off the next morning at 6:30. We have 3 shifts, which basically brings you back around to your third day, which we work 1 day and then off 2. So it's a rotation. Like I say, for myself, I'm an early riser, so I'm in here well before that. But it gives me time to grab some coffee and to check email and, to kind of get a feel for, look at the calendar, get a feel for what the day may bring, or kind of hard to say what may bring. I can see what's on my calendar. I really don't know what the day will bring as runs would come in or whatnot. Myself, I don't go out on a bunch of runs. I say that, and I did this morning. We had a fire run out of Barbasol, but it was just an alarm. The way the alarm come in is what kind of drove me to go out, to drive out and see what it was. But luckily, it was nothing. It was just attributed to a new heater that they had put in service. So I tripped one of the detectors. Whether it's working with the budget, the annual budget, or working every week. To try to find out where we're going to get money to buy some of these things or pay for them, just to, the reoccurring costs, to make sure we have enough funds for that. I work under the mayor. He's the appointing authority. So I actually have a bunch of bosses. I've got the mayor. I've got all the fire guys out here. I've got the citizens that I work for. That have to be responsible to.
This is a very exciting time for our Ashland City Fire Department because the entire crew has waited so long to have a second fire station. And thanks to the support of our community and our city council, and especially our friends at University Hospital Samaritan, as well as the Samaritan Hospital Foundation, I don't know if folks know or not, but they actually donated the land and money towards one of the fire apparatuses that will be used out of that fire station there at the corner of Mifflin and US 42. But the crews waited so long for that second fire station. And you might ask yourself, well, why would they care if there was a second fire station? Well, they know that by putting a fire station in that location on the southwestern side of our city, we will be able to dramatically improve response times to a whole variety of people. Not the least of which are just in the city, but also the surrounding townships. So everyone's very excited to finally have Ashland Fire Station number 2. One of the unique things about the city of Ashland is both our fire chief and our police chief have served or are serving as the president of their state associations. So for example, Rick Anderson has spent a lot of this past year serving not only the Ashland community, but the entire state of Ohio as the president of the Ohio Fire Chiefs Association. So we are very pleased that we have him representing us on a larger stage than just here in our community. Rick's job is to make sure that all the right people are in all the right places, that the crew has all the equipment they need and the training they need to serve our community to a high standard. And a lot of the role of fire chief, just as you find with police chief, not only do they do the hands-on work, but a lot of their role is community relations.
We were just under 4,400 runs in 2019. 2020, we were just over 4,100. The guys are running 11 to 12 runs a day. First of all, practice an escape route. Figure out how to get out. If you have kids, small kids, make sure they know how to get out, make sure they know where to meet. After that, you just go through checklists, just fire safety stuff. A lot of times, whether it's an unattended candle per se, frayed cord, a cord underneath the rug. We just came through Christmas season. A big one is keeping your Christmas tree watered so it doesn't dry out. And fire doubles in size every 60 seconds. So, you know, you take the size of a Christmas tree, and then our average response time is 4 minutes. We're a fire-based EMS service, so we not only do the fire end of it, we do the EMS end of it also. So to set for the test, you have to either have your paramedic card or be enrolled in a certified paramedic program to set for the test. Now, having your paramedic card is a condition of employment. From that, most, if not all, the people that set for the test already have their Firefighter 2 card, which is basically your career firefighter card, which obviously you'll need to do the job, which is a condition of employment also. So those are the two big things, and then, you know, from then on, it's just, you know, your career of say 25 years spans is, you know, continual learning. Like we mentioned earlier, we were talking, the guys are upstairs today doing a advanced cardiac life support class, which is a renewable class certification that they need to maintain their paramedic card. Back when I started, there was a volunteer force. It got to be that it was few and far between for them, and part of the layoff process that we had to go through early on, the contract stated that you had to get rid of all seasonal, part-time volunteer employees, and that kind of nixed the volunteer fire service or the force here. Back when I was on the ambulance, it was winter time, and we had run on a little girl that she had just had a birthday, and my oldest daughter was just having a birthday, and those seem to just stick with you. You know, I mean, that's when you look at her, that's all I saw was my daughter. So that was tough. But there again, as to say, you know, one specific run sticks out more than others, not really. We do 2 contractual townships, Milton and Montgomery, for fire and EMS service both. We have 2 engines, a ladder truck, a tower truck. We have 4 medic units. We have a couple admin vehicles. We have a hazmat truck. We have a water tender. Basically hauls water to areas, whether in the township or they just don't have hydrant access. We do a emergency vehicle operation course every year annually. The guys get checked off on that, and when we come in, when you do your orientation period, which is about a 6-week period after being hired, then you have X number of hours in each of the apparatus driving, you know, accompanied with somebody prior to getting cleared. You're having a bad day, you call us, we come fix it. You know, we make your day better, or we try the best we can. Whether that's getting you to the hospital, bring a fire out, simply picking you up and helping you back in your chair because you slipped and fell. You're not hurt, but you just need somebody to help you get back in your chair. Usually standards are for EMS runs to be out the door in 60 seconds. Guys are a lot quicker than that. And for a fire run is 90 seconds. And there again, the guys are way quicker than that. We do a lot of public assist stuff. You talk about smoke detectors. We have a program that's funded and helped through the Red Cross, that we can go out and install smoke detectors. We do CPR classes, first aid classes, car seat installations, which is way more complex than I ever thought it was. To be a car seat technician, and we have probably half a dozen of them, that's I think it's a week-long course to go learn how to put a car seat in a car. We get everything that we need, whether it's fire extinguishers, whether it's turnout coats, whether, you know, gear, whatever. We have various vendors that we work through to get the equipment we need. Sally just brought in a letter that we received Monday, just thanking us. Hey, here, thanks for what you do. Nothing specific, just, thanks for what you do. Appreciate your service. We don't do it so we get thank you cards and to look good. I mean, we do it because we want to and we want to help people. It's nice to get that out there that we don't just go on a run, come back and set and wait for the next one. The guys are always readying themselves and trying to get better. And they're a fantastic group to work with.